Map number 4 for top left Atlanta Snow versus top right Boston Downsizing. Again with me is as well. Sir, it is 3-0 in favor of Atlanta. And how are you?
The match has been close pretty far, which is not reflected in the total match score, which never is really. However, it does seem that Boston is starting to find their rhythm, find their, how they want to engage this, how they want to control the match, and maybe bring back one win so they don't get a complete shout out.
I do want to see them come back and push Atlanta back in the face and punch them in the nose and say, we're going to get this one. So I'm going to be rooting for Boston on this last one. But right now for defensive Atlanta, we do have Pats on the Hanzo. He's already doing a fantastic job. Look to see him stay there. Night on Night going to be healing on the Ana. Echo going to be also this. We technically have 3 snipers with him being on Widow. Val, Nilo going to be on your Reinhardt. Senior Mango going to be sticking on the Zarya. And Kringling going to be going to the Zenyatta. What we have coming out from attack?
From attack, we have Screw on the Moira. We have Lord Round on the Lucio Yeti on the Diva. All the hype is behind him. Miglet Boy on the Sombra. Soups on the McCree, and Artillotron on that Reinhardt.
Speaking of Soups and Artillotron, both getting fantastic picks onto Pats and Knight. Senior Mango getting Artillotron in retaliation. Yeti, who would come in for Boston instead for Sky, does get Kringling. Kringling going to get Yeti out of mech enough to time for Echo to finish him off. Meglet Boy going to finish off Echo in retaliation. And right now it's still contested. It is 3 members of Boston onto the point, 4 members, and it's going to be a solid first push to a cap for Boston Downsizing. And the famous
that was
Yeti.
A really good push. They lost the Reinhardt.
I loved that push. The Reinhardt Artillotron knew where the W key was, and everybody stayed behind him and moved with him. It was a great, solid push to get the rest of Atlanta back onto the point, so they could try and defend.
Your deaths are really worth it as a tank. When you die, but you still win the fight.
Absolutely. I think we're coming out of the cage, out of the gate.
Megatron being scouted for in multiple locations right now.
He's going to try and reflank. It is Kringling going to be a little by himself. They're trying to boop some people off. Megalboy trying to get some damage, getting it really low. Is going to be healed. He's going to finally get away. Walls coming out in favor of Atlanta. They are going to know exactly where Megalboy is. Here comes a flanking Dragon Strike. Is going to get Lord Cronid. Soup's going to get out Val, but they're going to continue pushing forward. Pats with a fantastic flank, getting Lord Cronid and getting Yeti out of mech, trying to finish him off. Does finally do it. And right now they're going to continue. It does seem that they got a little bit more extra points. Screwy Louie pushing the point for just a little bit more. Soup's going to be getting chased after by the Diva.
Personally, I feel that Boston will be really happy with that push due to the fact that now they have
nice
both the EMP
pick
and the High Noon to follow up on the next fight, and there isn't a trance or anything really to block it.
Yeah, so very good push.
Very of the defense.
Despite the fantastic flank by Pat, they did get a lot of push. They did get around the corner, so now they're in the straightaway, but that does mean that they're actually going to be pushing underneath the castle. So Atlanta having both those dive tanks is going to be in very much favor of the defense. They are trying to push forward. Pat, again.
It does appear that Echo is being disrespected by the support line of Boston.
Pat getting another pick.
Walking through open space to be shot.
Well, I'd love to see Boston perhaps use a different avenue of attack. Maybe go on top, maybe come around the back underneath. There's a lot of avenues that people don't usually use on this map. Now the initiation Echo does getting Lord Cronid, does get the pick. Senior Mango getting a pick on Artillotron. That's 2 down in Boston, 3 down in Boston. Atlanta's just holding a really solid defense right now, which they've been doing in the last few maps.
And 5 ults for the defense. Well, the moment that Yeti gets his mech back or decides to die.
And one of the two, and it might be he might do both. We do have basically it's 4 ults versus 3.5. So Boston 5 ults now for Boston. So I'd like to see them maybe not overuse their ults. That I'm really hoping they don't overuse it.
A Diva Bomb followed by EMP. High Noon comes out to try and zone, trying to find any pick they can. EMP comes out, gets the Zen, but
that's about it. After he does get the Zen, but Miglet Boy does fall down to the snipe from Echo.
Ready.
It's Kringling does get back up, so it's 6v5 right now in favor of Atlanta. They're going to continue pushing forward. Monkey jumps forward to Chillatron, trying to get damage. Does get Echo down. There's no res to get him out. Almost getting booped off. Nerf this coming out. Not going to get anybody. Right now they are getting around the corner. They're getting all these small little meters. A Dragon Strike coming out is going to kind of zone more than anything. Nerf this coming out from Boston over the top. Does get nobody, unfortunately, but not on night. Does get our Chillatron. They're going to continue pushing forward, trying to zone them off the point. Monkey jumping in to try and contest some more. Echo winning the Widow battle. Kringling getting Artillatron after he dove in. Atlanta getting their feet back on this defense. Pat's getting Screwy Louie as they moves, pushes back. Yeti getting poked down, getting hit out of mech. Echo getting that mech down as a final hit. They're just going to chase him down slowly. Pat's finish off Lord Cronid. Yeti getting taken out by Senior Mango. They did get a lot of meters in that push. It took all their ults to do it, though. Echo winning the fight against Miglet, who was trying to scout and get some flankage. How do you feel about the Sombra staying on Sombra?
I like the Sombra pick, but it does not seem he's playing with his team enough. That EMP that he just had, he EMP'd, killed the Zen, died for it, and the Zen was res because his entire team was not ready to engage at the same time.
Double kill coming out from Atlanta. That's 2 down again for Boston. They might think about just go ahead and back up to come back at full strength as they are backing up. Yeti getting hit out of mech again. The Monkey deciding to dive in. Trying to do some poke damage, trying to get that Lucio. Yeti falls to Pat's. Knight does get Screwy Louie in terms of healer versus healer. Pat's getting Miglet Boy again. Fantastic arrows coming out from Pat's.
Finally off the McCree, which is into the Genji. Something they should have done much sooner.
I would like to see perhaps the Yeti bomb being followed up after the Sombra ult. No shield, no movement abilities.
I would like to see it the other way. I would like the bomb thrown first, and then the EMP to stop the shielding.
Them coming up. Pat's getting picked off by the Boston team. Yeti getting that final blow. That's going to be huge. That's a nice. He was doing a lot of picks. And that right now, Senior Mango pushing forward, trying to get them off the high ground. Pass this out of the ground does come out from the Zenyatta, trying to keep his team alive to continue contesting. Angry monkeys both ways, trying to push them off. This Val Nino's going to finish off Artillatron. Nerf this comes out from Atlanta. Dragon coming out from Atlanta. Double kill from Senior Mango. Screwy Louie and Lord Cronid both fall. Yeti getting hit out of mech. Oh, another solid defense coming out from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I did like that Boston's got that pick onto Patson to try to push forward, and it was all more or less chaos after that. Great Diva Bomb getting both the healers down, but I'm just impressed by Atlanta's defense overall across all the maps I've seen.
Personally, I feel it was that Boston's not aggressive enough with their ult. Like, Atlanta had multiple times that they could have been punished there by using some kind of ult combo, but Boston seems to be greedy, wanting to keep their ults to themselves and simply not use them. And that is simply costing them progress. Like, ults are there to be used. Simply not using them is bad. Using them badly is worse, but...
Not using them at all?
Is the same as not having.
That's true. We'll see what Atlanta can do as they move on to attack. Boston's lineup, as I see it, Screwy Louie going to be sticking on the Ana, Lord Chronic going to be sticking on the Zenyatta. Yeti doing a good job, as I feel, on the Diva, and getting up there into high ground as best he can. Miglet Boy going to change to a Junkrat to maybe get out to a lot of damage as they push, as Atlanta comes forward. Soup's going back to the McCree, and Artillatron going to be tanking on the Orisa. First time we're seeing Orisa in this matchup.
Yeah, and it looks like Pats will remain on that Hanzo, as Echo will be moving to the Doomfist possibly. We will see in a moment if he stays on that.
Yeah, I would say Val should be going back to that Reinhardt. He's doing a fantastic job. I'm going to stay him stick there. What else we got?
Senior back on the Zarya, and Kringling on the Lucio, with Knight on the Mercy. Probably trying to boost somebody up, as we know the healing output is not that amazing.
Val Nilo finding his W key as he pushes forward, letting his team go behind the tank. A charge does find somebody. Lord Cronid calls down to the first blood on this matchup. Yeti does get Val in retaliation. Pat's getting Artillatron. Miglet Boy going to find Knight on Knight. That's both healers down for Atlanta. Pat's getting Soups, and Miglet Boy going to finish off Echo. Pats also gets the pick on Miglet Boy, but Miglet Boy getting the kill back onto Pats, and Yeti does get Senior Mango, and this can be healing up, healing Yeti back up, and good defense.
If they really hurry up, they can actually make it back in time before all the respawns are back for the Boston.
Val is up here with the Mercy, so they're going to try and do that. Echo's here as well, poking behind the back. Because again, the respawn timer or respawn advantage again, as you were saying, is in favor of Atlanta. So, but it is teams at full strength. Soups gets the pick onto Echo. Charge comes out, gonna be stunned. So nobody able to do it. Fantastic stun coming up from Soups, and it's gonna be Val who falls down to Soups as well. And it does look like Atlanta's gonna have to back up because Soups actually killing half their team on this push. Senior Mango trying to get some ult charge more or less on against Yeti as he falls
I'm really
back.
not a fan of that charge. Orisa can simply shield that charge away and then deny it. McCurry can stun it away. You see it from a mile off, that kind of charge. I'm not happy with that charge. It puts you out of position regardless. And once again, Boston with 5 balls firing the tire and the super
Tire from Miglet. It's going to be taking a long right. This is going to be taken out by Pats. Yeti jump falls off. That's enough time for maybe Atlanta to get a push. They dragon to push them back onto the point. Echo finding Miglet Boy. Pats finding Soups. Both TPS down for Boston. Sleep coming out onto Val. Kriegling getting Archilotron and his Bongo. And Atlanta does get the full kill. Nerf this coming out is going to be shielded. And right now it doesn't seem like they have enough. Lord Cronid was back here having some fun poking against Pats, and Pats wins with arrows.
Yeti falling off.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, or an oopsie. Didn't even see where he was.
He was all the way on the right side of the point. I'm not absolutely certain what happened there. But that him falling down off the map, pushed or otherwise, cost him that point, in my opinion.
A great sleep onto Pats if they can coordinate. A fantastic kill. He does fall. Chronic does get Echo, and Pats does go down, so it's both DPS down for Atlanta. Val Neo going down again. Double kill coming out from Lord Chronic. Boston pushes back Atlanta
Boston
again.
The way they should be. Putting pressure.
I love this. Yeah, I agree with you. This defense coming out from Boston is fantastic to see. The great sleeps, by the way. I've seen several sleeps coming out from Screwy Louie. I liked how the team was able to follow that up to get that confirmed kill. Now they are going to be pushing forward. Again, Boston's taking to the high ground, creeping around for Atlanta. No shields to really go with to get them to kind of keep them protected as they come forward. Archilotron does jump down. Yeti does jump down, trying to get some damage onto. Echo does get killed by Lord Cronid. Always love to see Zenyatta get that flanking DPS. Archilotron does get Pats. A grab coming out from Atlanta. It's going to be countered by Lord Cronid's fantastic Transcendence. There's not enough to fill that out. Soups getting the double kill. Archilotron getting Senior Mango. And Val falling to Miglet's Boy ult. That's a lot of ult use for Boston, but they did hold it.
Yeah, and now we see Senior switching to the Diva as he should be doing, and Echo is switching off to the Widowmaker to try and match 1-to-1 against the enemy Widowmaker.
Yeah, this point with the
for Atlanta.
I agree. This point with the castle, that whoever rules the high ground rules them all. Mega Boy getting free picks right now. Kind of spread out for Atlanta right now, and very grouped up for Boston.
Getting
Lord Cronid finding those picks, getting Pat down. They're pushing forward now. Soups winning the Widow battle. It is going in favor of Boston right now as Atlanta is trying to decide if they want to push forward or not. Soups getting taken out by Val. That kind of evens the playing field. Like fantastic, and a grenade's going to be enough to help finish him off. Pats does get Miglet Boy. Lord is a Kringling able to get that Lucio ult out to kind of help continue to push this thing that Atlanta's trying to do, but not enough follow-up. Dragon's coming out, hoping to zone him out, maybe find a pick. Yeti using it, getting knocked out of mech, using it immediately. Get out of mech. Does get Knight on Knight with the ult. Val Nino getting to get Screwy Louie and Lord Cronid in the back. Angry Monkey just ripping up the back line of Boston. Pat spinning it out, finding Miglet Boy, Echo finding Archilotron. Soups getting the pick on Kringling, being destroyed again afterwards by Pat. Senior Mango getting Yeti, and right now, if Boston can't get here,
even try and make it here in time.
I think the monkey jump could get here if he can jump. Get on here, jump! It doesn't get there. Atlanta Snow able to get 4-0 against Boston, and Boston was doing so well this last map. I love their defense.
That's such a strong defense that I feel had they not lost Yeti for...
This is that fantastic play I was not able to see. A double boop. Gets both healers, which opened the way for Atlanta to come around the corner and finish up the match. Woo!
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. That'd be good crazy. Those are some great plays, more or less, not even more or less, great plays by both teams. It did seem that the switch coming out from Atlanta on that last push was more or less the decider, realizing that they couldn't break Boston's defensive line. What do you think? What do you think?
I think that was a great switch there that they had to do, that they should have done even earlier. Like, it's really not worth keeping an ult if you have nothing to really use it with. Like, a grab is nice and all, but if you have nobody who can really take advantage of you having the grab, it simply is not worth having. Because the enemy team is going to be either split up or far apart, so you're not going to get a big grab anyway. You might as well toss it, get a kill or two, get the main front line, and then switch off.
It seems like battle is switching. I feel like if Boston on attack had done those switches earlier, they probably would have been able to get around the corner a lot easier.
I very much feel that they could have.
Because they are a great team. They did fantastic, but it does seem like Atlanta does get the 4-0 goose egg. And then, again, not to put Boston down, they gave Atlanta a fantastic run for their money. Now, Asmo, I'm going to ask you, who do you think stood out to you on either team? Let's start with Atlanta, and then I want you to go to Boston. Who, to you, kind of made...
Definitely Pats on Atlanta.
Pats for me as well.
He showed up with both dragons and shots from long mid-range. He was able to show his Hanzo to be top tier and simply dominated this entire match. If I had to give an MVP for the entire game, it would probably be Pats for Atlanta.
Pat's definitely my pick for Atlanta as well, for all those reasons you just told me. Now, how about Boston? Who stood out to you for Boston for good reasons?
For Boston, it's hard to tell, but I would definitely think I would go with their off tank.
Sky?
Yes, Sky. He was always in the right position, either peeling off or attacking the front line as he needed to be, and it seems like he was doing terrible. But something that you need to understand is some of the best off tanks in the world, their stats are terrible, not because they are, but because your stats are highly dictated by your team. Having amazing stats on an off tank while winning is expected. Having great stats on an off tank while losing is amazing. And I personally feel that Sky always was in the right place, always was doing damage, always was peeling for his team, trying to defend the backline or attack the snipers from Atlanta Snow, trying to protect, and Yeti we saw coming in also did a pretty good job of it too. But in the end, it simply was not enough.
Absolutely. Now, my pick for Boston's actually going to be Lord Cronin. I love off-healers, and I love seeing what I saw coming out for him. Great Lucio play, keeping his team, helping his team push forward when they were able to stick together with the Lucio boost. Fantastic picks from the Zenyatta when we went over there. So I love seeing the supports shine on the sides. Love seeing the off. You pick the off tank, I pick the off healer. But again, great matches from both teams. Atlanta Snow versus Boston Downsizing.
And thirdly, we do get a clarification that it is in fact night to night with one T rather than two T's as you would expect it to be written down.
Night to night?
Yep.
Well, I see you in chat, but am I putting the two T's in it?
No, there was not two T's in
not
that.
night, and night. It is night to night. I get it. I'm just gonna call you Knight. But that is going to do it. That is going to do it for the official casting of the games. As well, thank you so much for coming in. Where can they find you?
They can find primarily on Twitch at Asmio.
Right above his portrait, that of his channel symbol, you'll see him. Go ahead and hit him or follow. He's another caster for the Overwatch Community Cup. I am Swiftastic Me, and I'm just hitting the stop record button.